Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Okay, so today's lesson is about vocabulary. Flying 6. Flying 6, unit 4, vocabulary, page 38. Now today's lesson is we're going to take personalities, about personality. What's the personality of a person? Is he angry? Is he always angry? Is he always quiet? So that's the personality, shakhsiyya. The second thing is new vocabulary. We're going to take new vocabulary. How can you describe a personality? You have to have vocabulary to describe somebody's vocabulary. And how to put these words in sentences. How to communicate, how to talk to people. Okay? So these are the things that we are going to take. Page 35. This is the beginning. So words with, work with a partner. You have to work with a partner with this one. Now, what are the opposite of these words? We have these words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 words. Before we take the opposite, we're going to give you the meaning of these words. Now, the first one is clever. What is the meaning of clever? Someone is clever, he's what? He has his mind, he thinks a lot, the key, clever. Okay, friendly. Friendly معناها, it means ودود. ودود, someone who's always good with people, always can talk to people. That's friendly guy. Hardworking. Hardworking means that he works a lot. He works really efficiently. Works a lot. يعني it means يعمل بجد. Hardworking. Patient. What is the meaning of patient? Patient has two meanings. One of the meanings is مريض في مستشفى, patient, but that's not what we are talking about. The other one is صبور, someone who waits patiently for people. He doesn't talk to them. He very quiet, patient. Okay. Polite. Polite, مؤدب, مهذب, polite. Quiet. Quiet, هادئ. Serious. If somebody's serious, he doesn't really make a lot of jokes or you make fun with. Serious means جاد. Tidy, منظم, مرتب, tidy. Okay? These are the words. Now we're going to take the opposite of these words. So we said clever. Clever, someone who thinks a lot, clever. So someone who doesn't think, who doesn't do anything, who just, what? We call him dumb or foolish. Dumb means أحمق. Foolish كذلك means أحمق. Okay? Friendly. We said friendly means he can talk to people, he can work with them. So the opposite is, you say unfriendly or aloof. Aloof, someone who doesn't really want to stand next to people. He wants to stay away from people. Aloof. Hardworking, يعمل بجد. So say lazy. Lazy. Patient. What's the opposite of patient? Impatient. We add the mi for the negative. Impatient. Now, polite, it's rude or impolite. Impolite, the opposite. Rude means فظ. Quiet. What's quiet? We said quiet, هادئ. So this one is loud or noisy. Loud or noisy. Serious. We said serious. He doesn't make any jokes. He doesn't laugh. So happy, cheerful. The opposite of is happy and cheerful. Tidy, مرتب. And the opposite, messy. Okay? Messy. غير مرتب. Now these are the words and the opposites. Now we're going to go to the next one. Now look at this picture. Now this is Hassan. Read this description of Hassan. Personalities of Hassan. Hassan's personality. Personality means شخصية. Description مواصفات. This is a description of Hassan's personality. So, do you think you would like Hassan Do you think you would like Hassan, you would be his friend or not? هل تحبه, you would love him or like him or not? Why not? So let's listen to the dialogue, to the reading.
Hassan is one of my best friends, but we're very different. He's usually quite reserved. When we go out with him for coffee, he doesn't usually talk to many people, especially if he's never met them before. He's a very sensitive, tactful person. He does his best not to hurt anyone's feeling. In that sense, he's quite mature. He's really gifted too. He writes incredible, beautiful poetry. But because he's so modest, only his good friends know how talented he is. His favorite type of poetry is classical, but he's quite broad-minded. He'll read any type of poetry as long as it's good. I don't want to give the idea that Hassan is perfect though. He's quite a nervous person, and he can be very insecure. And I have to say that he can be a bit stubborn. Whenever we disagree about something, he never wants to admit that he's wrong, even weeks later. He's still a great friend though.
Okay, now we've read this, we've listened to it, so what do you think? Would you like Hassan or not? If you like him, you say why, and if you don't, why not? Now, before we go to the next one, we're going to read the words in red color or bold, okay? Reserved, someone who's reserved, متحفظ. He doesn't like to get into people or talk to people. Reserved, متحفظ. Okay? Tactful, لبق. Someone who is good with words. Okay? Mature. Mature معناها عاقل. Mature. كبير في السن أو عاقل. Okay? Gifted. موهوب. Modest. متواضع. These are the characteristics or the personality of Hassan. Okay? Broad-minded. Broad-minded معناها متوسع الفكر. فكرة متفتح الفكر. Nervous, متوتر. Nervous. Insecure, يعني يشد غير آمن. Okay? يحس بشد عصبي. Okay? Stubborn. What is the meaning of stubborn? Means someone who is always sticking to his idea. شخص متشبث بآرائه. يعني متعصب لآرائه. Stubborn. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Now we have these words. Match the words in bold, the words in the red letter and in the red writing in the text with their opposites. We have these words, the opposite. These are the opposites. Now we're going to match them with these words. The words that we took from the reading. So we have big-headed. Someone who's big-headed means he's a snob. متكبر, snob. Easy-going, سهل التعامل. Easy-going. Flexible, مرن. Immature, غير عاقل أو غير لم ينضج, غير ناضج. Narrow-minded, where's the word? Narrow-minded. Okay, narrow-minded معناها محدود الفكر. Outgoing, شخص outgoing معناته كذلك يعني انه تتعامل معه بسهوله، ما عنده مشكله يطلع ويجي ما. اوكي. self confident معناته انه واثق من نفسه. slow بطيء. tactless قلنا tactful معناتها لبق. tactless غير لبق. So we're going to match these words. The first one is big headed. It's modest. Now remember what's the meaning of modest? معناته أنه متواضع. Easy going. Minded. Okay, I'm sorry, easy going, yeah. No, it's easy going, yeah. flexible, nervous. Immature, mature. Narrow-minded, broad-minded. This one is nervous. I'm sorry, that there's a mistake here. There's a problem with the outgoing. It's reserved, متحفظ. Self-confident, stubborn. Outgoing, is it? Yeah. Slow, gifted. Slow, gifted. And the last one is tactful. It's tactless, it's tactful. Okay? Now, number 4. From each pair of adjectives, we have these each pair of adjectives. Choose the one that describes you to the best. You can qualify the adjectives with very, quite, or a little bit. For example, he gave you an example. You chose, for example, reserved, outgoing. You chose outgoing. You say, I'm quite outgoing. Or you say, we can say, I'm a bit outgoing. Okay? That's for you and your friend to talk about. Now, the number 5, speaking. Speaking. Work with a partner. You have to have a friend with you. Work with a partner. Tell him, her, the adjectives you chosen. Now, when you chose 2 adjectives or 3 adjectives to describe yourself, tell him that. Does your partner agree with you? Does he say that that's your description that describes you or not? Because some people think that they are outgoing, but they're not. Or some people think they are not really good at something, but they are good at something. People think that they are good. Now the next one is number 6. Now we have these jobs, or these characteristics or personalities. Decide which adjective in which part, in each pair below has a positive meaning and which has a negative meaning. Positive and negative. What is what positive? Positive معناها إيجابي. المعنى إيجابي. Negative سلبي. Okay? So we're going to decide which one of these have the positive or negative meaning. Ambitious. If someone is ambitious, he wants to be something big. He wants to be the boss. He wants to be the manager of something. That's ambitious. Pushy, it means he pushes people to do something that they don't want to do. يدفعك لكي تعمل شيء لا تريد عمله. That's pushy. So what do you think? This one, ambitious, is it negative or positive? I think it's positive. We said with the letter P, or you can say positive, زائد. You can write these as you like. And pushy is negative. Self-confident. We took self-confident before. What do you think it is? It's positive. واثق من نفسه. Arrogant. Arrogant means big-headed. Someone who is big-headed. Okay, so متكبر. Arrogant. It's negative. Bossy. متسلط. شخص في العمل متسلط عندك فتقول bossy. Okay. Assertive. Assertive means حازم. So what do you think? Bossy or bossy is negative, حازم positive. Frank. صريح واضح. Okay, that's frank. Brusque means فظ. Just like tactless. So this is positive and this is negative. Tight-fisted, if some fist, this is a fist. Tight means يقبض عليه قبضة. So if someone who he's tight-fisted means بخيل. Frugal معناها اقتصادي. So this is negative and this is positive. Now we're going to go to the listening part. Now we're going to listen to a description of 3 people. Write down 2 adjectives. We want you to write 2 adjectives from these papers to describe each person. Okay, we're going to listen to 3 people. Write 1 description of their personality. So let's listen.
Unit 4. Vocabulary. Exercise 7. 1.
I like working with Joe, but not everybody does. The thing is, he likes being in control. He tells everybody what they need to do. Some people get angry, but I think he's efficient because everybody knows where they are. He's definitely the boss, but I think that's okay because when you work in a group, somebody needs to be the boss. The other good thing about Joe is that he believes in himself. He knows he can do the job, and he knows that he can do it well. You know, you don't want the leader of the group to be insecure and worried all the time, do you?
2.
You know, I was really angry with Layla last week. When she saw me, do you know what the first thing was that she said to me? She said, "Oh, I didn't like your essay. Where did you get the idea from? It wasn't interesting at all." Oh, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I know that she thinks she's just perfect and that her ideas are the best and she's the only person whose opinions are important. But she needs to be a bit more modest because one day she's going to end up with no friends. Who wants to spend time with somebody who thinks they're perfect?
3.
You know, sometimes Matthew really gets on my nerves. Once he makes a decision, it's impossible to get him to change his mind. Last week he had an argument with Oliver, and now he won't speak to him. He says nothing can make him change his mind. The thing is that they argued about a maths exercise. You know that Oliver is a really gifted mathematician. He explained the exercise 5 times to Matthew, and Matthew just couldn't understand. The thing is, the exercise wasn't difficult. But, well, you know, Matthew is bottom of the class in maths. He finds it really difficult.
Now, what do you think? The first guy, the first person, the first woman, she described her boss. So the first thing that pops into my mind is he's bossy. She said she likes it that he's bossy, but also she said that he's self-confident. Okay? The second one is tactless. Tactless means fadh. So she was talking about her friend that she said that she gave her, she told her that it's not good or something like that. Now the other thing is big-headed. She's a snob. متكبرة. Now the third one, she's stubborn. Stubborn means someone who's متعصب لرأيه. Okay? Slow. بطيء الفهم. Okay? Now, we have speaking. Work with a partner. Decide what type of personality you need in order to do the following jobs. We have these jobs. You have to talk with your partner to see what are the jobs that, what are the characteristics or the personality that every job needs. Give reasons for your answer. You have to give a reason. You don't say, for example, in this one, 1, the director of an international bank, مدير بنك. International bank, مدير بنك عالمي. So, what are the characteristics? You say, he should be what? For example, he should be bossy. So why do you think he's bossy? Why do you think a person who will get this job needs to be bossy? Okay, we're going to answer this one, the first one. Now, the director of an international bank needs to be clever. What is the meaning of clever? Do you remember? Clever means someone who thinks a lot, who does a lot of things with his mind. ذكي, clever. Because you need to understand complex numerical operation. Numerical means numbers. Numerical numbers, okay? Operations, عمليات. You need to be self-confident. Self-confident, واثق من نفسك. You have to be self-confident. Serious, جاد. And assertive, حازم. He gives his thoughts about things, حازم فيها. Because you are the leader. Because he is the leader. Okay? This is one. Now, discuss your ideas with the rest of the class. Do you have the same conclusions? Do you have the same similar things? Okay? Now, when you finish, I hope you go to this site and try to answer the questions about vocabulary. And I hope to see you next time. وهذا وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد. Thank you very much.